Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be speaking about how to thrive in a VUCA world. And since this is the pandemic times, it's a very good time to examine what is a VUCA world, right? A volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous world. In other words, our everyday life today during the pandemic. So how do we equip ourselves to find success and to build ourselves and improve ourselves through this adverse times and come out successful, come out better and create a better version for us of ourselves and create a better life for ourselves post the pandemic and continue the learning so that we can have lifelong success. So I've put together what I call as the wisdom framework, which I have learned over my life experience of the last 45 years. So the first aspect that we must consider is self-awareness. And self-awareness is a nature's unique gift to human beings. It's unique in that it's only the humans who can metamorphosize themselves and literally, just like a caterpillar becomes a pupa and then becomes a butterfly, where the final butterfly with wings resembles nothing similar to the caterpillar. In the same way, we can continually change ourselves by using our self-awareness. And all beings in the universe have a certain awareness. However, it's only the human beings who are aware that they are aware. It is almost like a person within a person. And that realization that I am aware of myself is the first step. And when we become aware, it's important for us to continuously self-examine and ask, what is the purpose of my life? Who am I? Where am I going? What do I want to accomplish with my life? How do I want to accomplish whatever my goals are in my life? And these questions keep us constantly seeking answers. And that ability to effortlessly seek answers and to be always seeking, that is the experience of being self-aware. And self-awareness is the first step towards growing as a human being and to learn about our life and to learn about how we can make progress in the journey of our life. So that is the first step towards improving ourselves and achieving personal growth. The second aspect that we need to acquire or develop is what is called as learning ability. And learning ability is again extremely accelerated and extremely effective inside human beings. It is with this ability that we can develop insights from information and knowledge that we acquire. And when we develop insights, these insights allow us to acquire a certain wisdom to know what is appropriate in any given situation so that we can continuously improve and achieve success in our life. And learning ability also includes the ability to not only learn, but to know, using our self-awareness, to know that our learning may have become outdated and therefore we need to unlearn. And when we unlearn, we have to also acquire new knowledge, and that is called as relearning. Relearn. So learning, unlearning and relearning, this is the cycle. And learning ability is something that we have to develop within ourselves. We are born with it, and as children, we are constantly exploring using our curiosity on how to learn things. And as we learn, by breaking things, by reading about things, by playing, all of this helps us to develop our faculties. Our knowledge improves, and so also our skill improves. So, learning ability is the second pillar in our journey in the wisdom framework. The third pillar is what I call as the value mindset. And in order to illustrate the value mindset, we can think of it as a simple mathematical equation. So, if we say value on the left hand side, value can perhaps be expressed as a set of functions divided by the cost of those functions. So, if we take this construct, or if we assume this particular equation, then using this equation, we can think of value mindset in 4 different dimensions and 4 ways we can come up with to create value. So, the first aspect of the value mindset is to increase the number of functions in any given product or any given platform or any given service, and keep the cost of the product, platform or service at a constant, and that is called as innovation. Our ability to provide more functions without increasing the cost. The second aspect is cost reduction. So, we keep the function the same, and then we try and find a way to reduce the cost, and that is cost reduction. And third aspect is value addition, which is make a substantial increase in the function or feature. However, the increase in cost is disproportionate. We make a very small increase in cost but achieve a disproportionate increase in function, and that is called as value addition. And finally, the most challenging aspect of life and business is to be able to increase the function and reduce the cost, and this is called as disruption. And there are many examples of disruptions in the world today. The internet network has enabled so many businesses which have disrupted traditional businesses, because the cost of providing a service has come down and the number of services that you can provide per unit cost has gone up, and therefore that is another way and a very powerful way to create value in the world, and that is called as disruption. So, coming back, we spoke about self-awareness, the ability to ask what is it that we are doing, why is it that we are doing, where are we going, and how do we get there, and to be aware about ourselves and our ability on a daily basis. Number 2 is learning ability. Our ability to learn, move from the known to the unknown, acquire knowledge, gain insights, and continuously learn and unlearn when the knowledge becomes irrelevant, and then relearn or reacquire knowledge that is relevant for the present time. Third is value mindset, which we just explained with an example of a mathematical equation where value could be function by cost, and you can take it in the context of the business. Then we said there are 4 ways of creating value, but it can be applied to any particular situation. And the last but very important part is our ability to improve our focus in the long term, keep our focus in the long term on the positive goal-oriented actions, and reduce the number of distractions that we have to face on a daily basis towards our goal. And this is what I call as signal to noise ratio. And a very simple way to understand signal to noise ratio is a loudspeaker playing out music. So in a loudspeaker which is reproducing your favorite music, you're able to enjoy that music because the sound waves which are pertaining to music are louder, much more louder than the sound waves which are pertaining to noise. And that is what we call in physics as signal to noise ratio. Now similarly, when it comes to thinking, we have to make sure that the signals of our positive thoughts are more powerful as compared to the noise of our negative thoughts. This is extremely important for us to understand and practice. And signal to noise ratio needs to be maintained with a long-term focus in life for us to achieve a very strong foundational success that can help us to endure not just the pandemic but any other unforeseen challenge and adversity that is bound to come about in our life as a human being. And this is the only way nature can evolve our intelligence. This is the only way a charcoal can become a diamond through heavy pressure and metamorphosis. Similarly, human beings can acquire this ability to improve by using the wisdom framework. So, how to thrive in a VUCA world? We need to gain wisdom. And in order to gain wisdom, we need to be self-aware, we need learning ability, we need to have a value mindset, and we need to have a long-term focus where we can increase the signal strength of our positive thoughts and reduce the noise of our negative thoughts. So this is the learning and sharing for today. I hope you gained something out of this. Let's continue our journey of learning and sharing. May you be peaceful. Thank you.